This is Dabu 7, and we have fresh reports of UFOs or objects over Ukraine, and this time it's coming from Ukrainian astronomers that are saying that the skies over the war-torn country are crowded with not just Russian missiles, but large numbers of these unidentified flying objects. Here recently, we had the United States government come out and talk about changing the name of these objects, or some of them, to transmedium, which means they go from the air into the water, or from the water into the air, from the air into space. And they can go into all these atmospheres seamlessly. Now, the newest report coming from these astronomers are stating that they're seeing two different types of UFOs, so to speak. Ones that they call phantoms, that you can see right here in this clip. They are the darker objects, and they seem to collect and absorb all the radiation around them. A very interesting property coming from these objects. And then you have these, which are what they call the cosmics. And this is interesting because these cigar-shaped objects that they're calling cosmics match almost identically to the objects that I caught back in 2014. Yes, the clip that you're looking at right here is from Ukraine as well, the battlefields. And it's from 2014, a video that I put out, zoomed in on these UFOs. Put it in motion here, and this, and you can see it moving. Right here, I'm going to leave links to all this so you can see.
Ukrainian astronomers say they spotted heavy UFO activity over Kyiv. Ukraine's airspace has been occupied this year, that is the nature of the war. But the country's scientists are looking to the sky and seeing something they didn't expect. An inordinate number of UFOs, according to a new preliminary paper published by the Kyiv Main Astronomical Observatory, in coordination with the National Academy of Sciences. Are these objects detected by astronomers' advanced weapons being tested over the skies of today's biggest war? Or are they beings from other worlds watching as primitive and tribal species still kill each other? The truth is that, if they are aliens observing us, they are also being observed, and in great numbers. We see them everywhere, reads the research published on Archive. We observed a significant number of objects whose nature is unclear. The sightings come from the NA's main astronomical observatory in Kyiv and in a town south of the city called Vinarivka. According to the authors of the article, the observatories took on the job of hunting UFOs as an independent project due to worldwide enthusiasm around the issue. The researchers describe a specific type of UFO they call a ghost, defined as an object that is a completely black body that does not emit and absorb all the radiation that falls on it. They also noted that UFOs are so fast that it is difficult to take pictures of them. The eye does not repair phenomena that last less than a tenth of a second, they said. It takes 0.4 of a second to recognize an event. Ordinary photo and video recordings will also not capture the unidentified aerial phenomenon. To detect UAP, you have to adjust your equipment, shutter speed, frame rate, and dynamic range. So the astronomers did just that using 2 meteor monitoring stations in Kyiv and Vinarivka. We have developed a special observation technique, taking into account the high speeds of the observed objects, they explained. The exposure time was chosen so that the image of the object would not change significantly during the exposure. The frame rate was chosen to take into account the speed of the object and the camera's field of view. In practice, the exposure time was less than 1 millisecond and the frame rate was not less than 50 Hz. Cosmic and ghost. Scientists divided the phenomenon they observed into 2 different categories, cosmic and ghost. We observe that cosmic or luminous objects, brighter than the background of the sky. We call these ships after birds: swallow, falcon, eagle. Ghosts are dark objects, ranging from several to about 50% contrast. Using the cameras, located approximately 120 kilometers away, allowed scientists to make repeated observations of strange objects moving in the sky. The paper did not speculate on what the objects were, it simply noted the observations and mentioned the incredible speeds observed. The individual, group, and squadron flights of the craft were detected, moving at speeds of 3 to 15 degrees per second, the investigation said. Ghosts were observed in the troposphere at distances of up to 10 to 12 kilometers. We estimate their size from 3 to 12 meters and speeds of up to 15 km per second. The easy explanation would be that it is about missiles, rockets, or anything else associated with war. But scientists insist its nature is unclear.